What the hell is up, you fucking cunts? Welcome to episode 77 of Resident Bummer. The Fulcrum is feeling a little disoriented and confused, just in general, over the week, I guess. But he is still alive, so that's cool. I did have a bit of an interesting week. I feel like there's a little bit to cover. And, of course, episode 77, it's going to be the 78th episode that's been created here. Mental health check, like a 3 out of 10. Physical health check, 8 out of 10. Why not? Motivation check, probably somewhere like between a 7 and an 8 out of 10, probably. I am worthy of consideration, and with that, it is time to read my journal. On Thursday, July 9th, the first entry is set 77, day 0, 11:40 p.m. I finish recording episode 76 and edit it. Then, eventually, I hop into the Cool Tank Discord server with Jack, and we watch the movie There Will Be Blood. I liked it. It was like a 7.5 out of 10, if I had to give my opinions. They hop offline. Chud joined at one point. Then they hop off to go to bed. And I don't know what to do for the rest of the night. 12:40 a.m. I read another chapter of The Cole Protocol. Chapter 70. I do scuff my book as I'm putting it back on my shelf. Unfortunately, I am setting it down too hard, and I just accidentally ram it into another one of my books. And now there's a little dent in my book, which fucking sucks. But oh well. 2:30 a.m. I read a little bit more Neuromancer. And then I end up crying a lot before I go to bed. That's cool. We're moving on to Friday, July 10th, set 77, day 1. 12:45 p.m. I wake up, shit, shower, brush, and then I get ready for work. Drive in and clock on. I say hi to Rich, goodbye to Bernard. Then I start cooking some food. And then I think about how I missed my dad's birthday dinner a few weeks ago. Just randomly, out of nowhere. And then I think about how many of them he has left to celebrate. And that makes me start crying. Great. More fucking crying. 5 p.m. I stop crying and work for a little bit longer until I cry again. Wow. This time it's because my mom texts me a picture of me as a little kid. And I think about how much time and effort I am focusing on people who don't deserve it. Whether it's positive or negative effort, I think I'm still spending too much time thinking about people that are stinky piles of shit compared to my parents. This time I pray and ask for help while I'm crying. I've done it before, I can guarantee you, but I am really, really, really sad throughout most weeks, I should say. I wish I was better at managing my emotions and everything like that. But, oh well. 8 p.m. I clock off after having a bad day of work. Then I get home, my mom asks me about my job applications. I tell her that I actually didn't send any out. That's crazy. I totally lie to her. And I tell her that while I was looking through applications, I cried. God, what a fucking shitty thing to do. I don't know, man. Yeah, I didn't look any applications that day because I am an atrocious piece of work. But anyways, 8:30 p.m. I shave and shower while streaming in Server 0. Then after a while, my mother invites me to dinner with my dad. I decline, even though literally earlier that day, I was just thinking about how little time I have left with my parents. Yeah, it just makes no sense at all. My mom also asks me if I'm sad, and I say that no, I am not sad. Then she asks me if I'm sure I'm not sad, and I say I'm sure. Then she asks me if I really was sad. I would definitely tell her, right? I say yes. But I do think I probably could have been feeling better at that moment. I mean, in reality, yeah, I was most likely pretty sad. 9 p.m. I start watching Predator with Badurs and Madeline. I think we were planning on watching Jurassic Park, but we did not get around to it. At 10:30 p.m., it was a pretty good movie. 7.5 out of 10, if I had to say so. Say goodbye to everybody, and I might have somebody coming over to have sex with me. 11:30 p.m., I do have someone coming over to have sex with me, so that's cool. I'm about to bone. 1:30 a.m., I have sex, and I come, and everything like that. It was awesome. Then I reply to Julie's message on Xbox, after the person I was having sex with left, of course. As I send it, I start crying, which is great. Anyways, I apologize to Julie. Say that I might stop playing Among Us, because I don't really enjoy playing it. Also, Penny asks me to play Pal World, so I do download that before going to bed. Not actually, though. I pause the download, because I'm in a Discord server streaming nothing to nobody. And then I forget to restart the download when I go to bed for the night. So, fun. Saturday, July 11th, is the next day of entries. Set 77, day 2, 12 p.m. I wake up, shit, shower, brush, and stream Baldur's Gate 3 in server 0. Then, guess what? I lie to my parents again. I tell them that I have a date planned later in the day, so I won't be able to head out of town and watch fireworks with them. I remember I journaled last year, and I got pretty hungover from drinking throughout the fireworks event, I guess. I don't know. I had to go home from work because I was puking last year. I am going to listen to that episode now because I am curious. That episode honestly could have been worse. For as early as it was in the episode count, I feel like it could have been worse. I really didn't mind listening to it as much as I thought I would. 6:30 p.m. Penny joins the voice channel and watches me play Baldur's Gate 3. She lets me know that I am welcome in the BBC server if I ever wish to join. I am not going to lie. I still don't feel like I am. I would disagree with that. Even if I am welcome, I think the fact that I don't feel welcome is telling. I don't know. And they're fine people. They're not evil. They're not terrible, awful individuals that deserve, I don't know, terrible shit. It's certainly not. They're just normal people. But when I was spending time among them, I didn't necessarily feel a connection to any one person in particular. And it's like, sometimes these things take time. You just gotta spend more time and see what comes of it. But if I had to give my honest review, I can't think of a single person in the BBC server where it's like, oh, I wanna know more about them, and I wanna be friends with them. It's like, nah, not really. I can't say that I have a particular attraction towards that server. But anyways, I'm done being a salty bitch, I hope. For the time being, I'm gonna stop talking about that server. I decline her invitation and chill in the voice channel alone until Chud joins. We talk for a little bit, I make some food, and he takes off after a while. I keep streaming, say goodbye to my mom and dad, and then I do fuck off for a while. I do decide that I'm going to read soon. 7:30 p.m. I read chapter 72 of the Cole Protocol. Then I guess I will read some more Neuromancer. 1 a.m. I read 1 page of Neuromancer. And then I just chill in server 0 doing nothing. 2 a.m. Chud and Red join while I play Baldur's Gate 3. Then they go to bed. I make a video game tier list that takes me way too long to complete. And I go to bed after that. And we are moving on now to Sunday, July 12th. Yes, July 12th. Set 77, day 3, 1 p.m. I wake up, shit, shower, brush, and change for work. Drive in and clock on. I say hi to Rich and bye to Bernard. Then I read a bit more Neuromancer while cooking. Case shoots Dean. That's the part that I read, I guess, on July, where the character Case shot the character Dean. Anyways, work sucks, and I plan to head to the mall afterwards. 2:45 p.m. I clock off, drive to the mall, and listen to Imogen Heap. I don't know how to pronounce it still. Her final album. I move on to Bonnie Tyler after that. I hope that she has some good songs. 6:20 p.m. A few songs so far. Maybe 5 or 10 that I've added. Then I head home after her first 2 albums are done being listened to. I start streaming Baldur's Gate 0. I start streaming Baldur's Gate 0 in Server 0. Baldur's Gate 0? What did I just fucking say? Oh my god, I'm losing it. I start streaming Baldur's Gate 3 in Server 0. There we go. Until Madeline asks to watch Project Hail Mary. It is a sad movie. It's very funny, though. Probably an 8 out of 10. I do have to wait until it's done to give my final review. At 11:30 p.m., I decided that it was a good movie, and I also read Chapter 73 of the Cole Protocol. That was before the movie even started. But anyways, moving on. 12:55 a.m., I stream some more Baldur's Gate 3 until I head downstairs to see my family, and then I head back up, play some Gears with Desmond, and I think about how easy it is. Then he leaves, I read some more Neuromancer, and eat chicken nuggets after midnight, or at midnight, maybe. Question mark after, I do cry a lot, and then go to bed. Wow, how original. Moving on to Monday, July 13th, set 77, day 4. 10 a.m. I wake up, I shit, shower, brush, and wait until I change for work. 1:30 p.m. I clock in and say hi to Rich, bye to Bernard. Then I start cooking some food. 5 p.m. I ask the Cool Peep server if they want to watch a movie. But it kind of feels like I just get completely swept out of the way. So I ask again after everybody is done talking about whatever. Then I get no answers. Oh well, I clock off and head home. 8:30 p.m. I read some Neuromancer throughout the day. Start streaming in Server 0, and I ask Jack about some songs. Then I ask him about the chat in the server, where it feels like I just got fucking swept under the rug. And I was like, hey bro, that upset me. And we talked for a while. And at the end of it, I still feel like I am never going to get better. I don't know. I cannot become content. I don't know when that's going to happen. And I'm extremely stubborn. Let's see. I watch Dark City with Madeline after that. 11 p.m. Movie is good. 7.5 or an 8 probably out of 10. Then I play some more Baldur's Gate 3. 12 a.m. until I read Chapter 74 of the Cole Protocol and make some chicken tenders. Question mark for this next entry. It is bedtime for me. So I'm moving on to Tuesday, July 14th, set 77, day 5. 1:30 p.m. I wake up and start streaming in Server 0. Chat with Jack a little bit more. 2:50 p.m. I still feel like I'm failing him, and I can't start reversing that. But whatever. I stream Baldur's Gate 3 for a while and read Chapter 75 of the Cole Protocol. 9:45 p.m. I play a lot more Baldur's Gate 3 until Penny joins. Yay. We talk for a while, and we both agree that I am too stubborn. Oftentimes. But I don't know what to do to solve that. Guess I could just keep trying until something works. I also do cry a lot, like an hour or two after that, and I don't know what to do for the rest of the night. 12 a.m. I eat some more chicken nuggets and read more Neuromancer, and then I don't know what to do again. Not great. I do go to bed at some point, so that's cool. I'm moving on now to Wednesday, July 15th, set 77, day 6. 1 p.m. I wake up, I stream Baldur's Gate 0. Why do I keep saying that? It's Baldur's Gate 3. There is no Baldur's Gate 0. What the fuck? I wake up and I stream Baldur's Gate 3 in Server 0 until Penny joins. We play some Baldur's Gate 3 for a while until she hops out. I'm going to try to be less stubborn. I will try, I guess. I don't know. I also get a text from Desmond, and I chat with him for a little bit about the Regulation podcast. After that, I do say a text. I do. The first thing I say is like, hey, Desmond, sorry for saying this out of nowhere. Actually, I'll read the direct text that I sent him, I suppose. I said, also, I don't mean to drop this on you out of nowhere, but I am super glad we are friends. I can't imagine living life without you. Fire emoji, fire emoji. He responded, same. We have the same vibe. Fire emoji. Also, I groomed you as my friend since you were 14. I replied with a gif of Eric Badur, saying, what the fuck? And behind that, I put, but for real though, stay awesome. You are a rare breed. Yeah, that's like the extent of the conversation. I love that dude. A lot. Yeah, I cry while I'm sending the text out, because why wouldn't I? 5 p.m. work is pretty boring today. I just want to go home. I finished reading Neuromancer at work. I am being honest. I don't think I would recommend a read-through if you are a similar reader to me. I would say the best way to learn about the story and the characters is to just ask an AI to give you like an in-depth summary. I don't think it's written in a bad way. I just think it's written in a way that doesn't I was going to say jive, and then I was going to censor myself and say vibe. But jive isn't, I don't think jive is necessarily racist. It's only like when you use it in context of other words, right? Who cares? I don't think that his writing style, William Gibson, I believe, is the person who wrote Neuromancer. I don't think his writing style really jives with my personal preferences, I suppose. But anyways, 5 p.m. Work is pretty boring today. I just want to go home. I already read this. What the fuck? I already read that part. I lost my goddamn spot in my journal. Yeah, I don't think the writing style is bad or good, just not for me. 9:20 p.m., but the characters are cool, and there are some moments that I really liked. Favorite character was probably Armitage. He was a cool dude. Or Colonel Corto, or whatever his other name was. Anyways, 10:40 p.m., I hop into the D&D voice channel when I get home. Jack joins a little bit later. I let him know that I've had a bad day, but it does improve with D&D. Yeah, let's see. We get into town, after escaping from the Goblin Fortress and meeting up with our other teammates. We learn that the mayor lied to us and a bunch of other adventurers and has been sending many of them to their deaths in a secret little pact that he made with the goblins. And then we get ready to fight a rat at the end of the session. That's where it ends. 11 p.m., we say goodnight to each other, and my parents asked to watch the second season of Fallout. I am very glad that I decided to say yes and go down and watch that episode with them. I got to hang out with my parents, which is something that I need to do more of, more often. And I am also pleasantly reminded of how good of a job that they did with making the Fallout show. I get that there are some people who do not enjoy the Fallout show. I personally don't know how they could have done a better job with it. There are a few things here and there where it's like, maybe they could have tweaked this or gone with that, but by and large, I think it's a very good show. It's not like 10 out of 10 material or anything, but I would give it like, honestly, 8.5, probably. It's pretty good. I really do enjoy it. But anyways, 2:30 a.m., I almost forget to read the Cole Protocol before going to bed. This is the final chapter, 76 chapters later, and it is complete. I finished two books on, what was this, Wednesday? Neuromancer and the Cole Protocol are now finished. Next up is Halo Evolutions, and that is the final Halo book that I own currently. Might have to buy some more. Yeah. Interesting. Bedtime after that, though. And moving on to the final day of entries, Thursday, July 16th, set 77, day 7, 11 a.m. I wake up, shit, shower, brush, and get ready for work. I drive in and I say hi to Ben before clocking into my shift. 11:30 a.m. For some reason, I remember that Desmond inspired my journals. Thanks again to Desmond. While I'm at it, I'll thank Penny, and I'll thank Jack, and I'll thank Chud, and I will thank my parents and my sister's family. Thank everybody. Thank them all. They're all awesome. I could be in a much worse spot than I am right now. Even if I didn't have anyone to call friend or, I didn't have any family members to meet with or socialize with, I would still have, it's hard to forget, but I've still got both of my arms and both of my legs and both of my eyeballs. I got a pretty much perfectly healthy human body. And, anything that has ever been accomplished has been done with a human body. Some of them not even perfectly healthy. So I think I've got a decent leg up on some other folks. I didn't even mean to make that pun, but I'm rolling with it. Let's see. What am I was gonna say something and then I forgot what I was gonna say. I definitely felt like I was gonna mention something that wasn't journaled, and now I can't quite place my tongue on that. Oh well, I'm just gonna move on then. 4 p.m. I do start to read The Left Hand of Darkness while I am at work. I get like 30 pages in, and I get even more confused than I did at certain parts in Neuromancer, which was a pretty fucking confusing book for me, not gonna lie. These 30 pages that I got into, for some reason they fucking upset the hell out of me. I was like, dang it, I wasted like an hour trying to get into this book at work, and it was, I don't know, just made me fucking upset for some reason. That put me in a really bad mood. So I tried to immediately find another book that I can get into. I think I found a good one. I'm 5 chapters in now to Rendezvous with Rama, science fiction book. It's kind of my bag, so you should have expected it to be science fiction. The first chapter was excellent, so it kind of hooked me in, and now I'm reading it. I'm probably sticking with it, I think. I hope. I don't want to be wasting any more time reading books that I don't like. I got unnecessarily bummed out there when that happened. And maybe also I felt like I judged it too quickly, maybe? But I did get like 30 pages in, so I don't know. I wish I liked more stuff. There you go. How about that? Nice little blanket statement to leave that on. But anyways, in my journal I say here, I am overthinking this book situation far too much. Books are pretty much only here to bring entertainment, and when they start making you worry about, I don't know, your own habits, I guess, I feel like that's not the point of them. They're more meant to just tell you a good story, man, give you some intrigue or something like that. Let's see, moving on, 8 p.m. I clock off, drive home, and start the stream. Penny joins and has something quite interesting to tell me. She lets me know that she got some bad vibes from something I said to her, in conjunction, or like in the same sort of area as when I mentioned I was writing a song, or like my explanation, I guess, as to why I was writing it. Kind of freaked her out. Let's see. I don't know. It felt like I was hanging out less this week with Penny than I have previous weeks. So the main idea behind the song was that I just wanted to have it as something I could work on in the background to like make sure I'm not forgetting that Penny exists, but also maybe as a, I don't know, I feel weird even saying this now that I know her reaction to it, but I was figuring it might also be like a way to reel her back in. My perception was that we weren't spending as much time hanging out playing Baldur's or whatever, so I was like, oh, maybe if I let her know that I'm writing this little song, she'll be really impressed, and she'll be like, hey, you know what? Yeah, I'll hang out with Fulcrum tonight. I'll make a little more time for Fulcrum. But anyways, that's stupid, and I should feel dumb for saying it, so I do. Let's see. I lost my spot now. Yeah, so her main thing was, to her it sounded like I was hitting on her, or like trying to get with her. I don't really know what else to say other than nope. That was not happening. Also, I'm definitely going full stop on this song. Maybe in a month or two, I will reopen that notepad in my phone and try and think of some more words to add to it. But my gut reaction right now is, yeah, that's a terrible idea. You do not want to continue writing that song at all for the near future. So, hands off for the time being. Yeah, I also want, I think I'm gonna, I don't know, it feels shitty to say, but I think I might start tippy-toeing around a little bit more, being a little bit more careful with what I say and do. Man, I was actually thinking, there's a cutscene in Halo 3, and like when I watch it, I'm like, man, this kind of reminds me of Penny. But I think that video could be misinterpreted as well, so I am not going to send that. I kind of tried to explain to Penny that I don't really have like a lens for romance, or I never really see anything in a romantic light, or like yeah, I don't know how else to describe that concept. Anything I do is gonna be just a friend trying to be friendly. And I don't know, I feel really self-conscious talking about this now, so I'm gonna move on to the next entry. 8:40 p.m. We finished watching Jurassic Park 2. Penny did get a little sick halfway through the movie, so she had to hop out, and Madeline ended up joining halfway through as well. I think it was like 3/4 of the way when Penny left, and Madeline joined very, very soon into the movie. It was only like 20 minutes in, maybe. I can't remember. I hope Penny is feeling better. She saw quite a bit of the movie, so she pretty much saw all the best bits. Hop over into G-Zone to say hi to Alex and Jack and Julie and some others. Part of the way through Jurassic Park 2, we actually watched Julie 1v1 with her dad in Overwatch 2. He teabagged his own daughter during the match, which was absolutely ruthless. But hey, man, you gotta show him who's boss sometimes, right? Especially with Julie's a bit of a trash talker, so I feel like she kind of had it coming. Anyways, though, 10 p.m., I guess I'm going to start recording soon. I might read a chapter of Halo before I do that. 11 p.m., Halo, the new book I start is good. It's called Halo Evolutions, I think is what I mentioned earlier. I don't read much of it. There are no chapters throughout it. It is an anthology book. There are kind of breaks in the stories. They basically are chapters, but for each like short story, it has its own chapters within, and there's no like full Brage Pake. Wait, what did I say? Brage Pake? Did I say that? I meant page break. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. I have got to stop recording this, huh? It is an anthology book, so I already said that. So I don't know why I'm saying it again. So instead of every chapter, I'm just reading every break, yada yada yada. I can't wait to finish it. But it's like 540 pages long, so I'm probably going to be reading it for like the better part of the next half year, maybe, if I had to guess. Who knows? We will have to wait and see where I end up on that particular reading journey, I guess. I don't know how else to phrase it. We're going to go ahead and move into the outro now. I am just about fucking done with this episode. This week's rating is 4 out of 10. Yeah, 4 out of 10. Word count is 124,663 words journaled. Before I officially end it, though, I do want to, I guess just apologize. I think I could be a lot better, and I think I could try a lot harder to be better, so I just hope that I start doing that. But anyways, I am going to end it now. Am I really making a podcast, or am I just jerking off?